my god, the other day, I was waiting for the train. You know, sometimes you have to wait for the train for like a good 5 to 8 minutes or something. And there was like this couple. They were like going through it. And the woman was crying in this man's arm, you know. I don't really speak Japanese, but I can understand most of it. And this lady was just like... I don't know, I heard her say like, okay, I'll try to translate it as best I can. I think I heard her say something like, are we breaking up? And he was holding her in his arm and he was like, I think it's best. And she just like started crying. And I was like, maybe I think I should probably walk to another platform or something, like, not be here. But the thing is like, I have a specific platform that I get on so that when I get off the train, it like, you know, leads me to the correct exit. You know, I don't want to like walk somewhere else and then I have to like get off the train and then walk more, you know? So I just stood there. I was like, fuck these couples, man. Like, if you're gonna do this in public, then I'm gonna be here too, awkwardly. And then in the back of my mind, I was like, and also because I want the content. So then this lady was just like, do we have to break up? And he was like, okay.
You know I'll always love you. It wasn't meant to be.
And she was like, but I can be better. I can change. And then he was like,
it's not you who just has to change. It's me who has to change too. It's both of us. And I think in order to do that, we have to be away from each other.
And then she was just like, but I feel like I can only grow up with you by my side. And I was listening to this with like goosebumps. I was like, oh my god, I haven't read a shoujo manga in so long, everybody. I was saying everybody in my head as if I was already streaming. Guys, I am so mentally ill. And then this lady was just like bawling her eyes out. At this point, I felt kind of bad. I was like, okay, maybe I really shouldn't be here. I looked around and there was like other people like around too. There wasn't like a lot, but there was like this other old man that was like a little further away, but he was there and he was just like on his phone. So I was like, okay, if he's ignoring it, then I should ignore it too. And then she starts crying like, ah! And then I'm just like, okay, train, like how long until this train comes? You know, like this is kind of getting awkward. So the train comes in like a minute or two. And this is the thing. They both walked in to the train. But then all of a sudden, right before the doors closed, the lady just ran out. And as soon as she did that, in my mind, you know, I'm very morbid and mentally ill. So I was like, oh my god, she's gonna like kill herself. Like, I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna witness my first like dead body. I was like, how am I gonna say this on stream? You know, I'm messed up, guys. I'm sorry. This is just what happens when you're a streamer. But actually though, I was so scared that she was about to jump. I was like, what the f? Everybody on the train was like, what the f? At that moment, I legit thought she was gonna run to the other side of the train and just be like... Literally, my heart was pounding. I was like, oh my god, I should look away, you know? I would not look at stuff like this. It's okay, she was fine. She just ran out and she just cried and like went up the stairs. And the guy was in the train with me, you know, because we're on the train. And the guy was just like putting his hand in his head and he was just like really stressed. And I felt so bad, but I witnessed the whole thing. But at the same time, I was just like, this is so dramatic. Like, the only other thing I was thinking of doing when she did that was like, there's like an emergency button on the train. I was legit gonna press that button. I was like, oh shit, she's gonna kill herself. Everybody stop the train. I legit thought that. I was like, imagine I did that and she just ran up the stairs. Oh my god. And then I had to explain myself, but I don't even speak Japanese, so I'm just gonna be like, saisho wa kono couple sugoku kanashii na onna no ko ato tabun relationship wa mo owari desu ka? Then no, kenka shita and densha no door opened desu and futari tomo went in and Kyuni totsuzen onanako ran out of a door desu dato watashi wa in my atama thinking satsujin desu you know, imagine me explaining that to like the cops or the train conductors who will be like, oh, what happened? It would have been a disaster. I am so happy I did not press that emergency button because I legit was going to. I was like, oh my god, if I see her go near the tracks, I'm pressing that button. Anyways, I had this whole scenario running in my head during the train ride while this guy next to me was like putting his head in his hands and just being like, why is my girlfriend or my ex-girlfriend at this point? That was a whole ass drama shoot. It was crazy. I couldn't believe I witnessed that. And after I saw that, I was like, can't wait to tell the Owl Peeps this.
Always wanted everybody to call me One-chan.
I'm gonna get demonetized.